I don't know what to do with I never know what to do with my hands. What's up, everyone? It's a beautiful day here up in the Great White North. We decided to take one of the TuneZilla development cars out for a drive and enjoy some of the weather. And we figured since we're so close to being done with development on the 7.5, we would show you some of the features that are coming out with the additional feature pack that we're going to release with it shortly. So let me show you. On top of the base maps that we're going to be releasing with the 7.5 is a couple new features that will be built into the software as well. One of which is going to be the performance monitor. Boost gauge is adjusted to actual boost pressure instead of atmospheric. So that will be a more accurate representation of the boost that you're making, which is nice for the drivers. Another feature is multi-maps. So this will be similar to the 18T where you can switch between 1, 2, 3, or 4 maps depending on how many you decide to add to your ECU. That'll be great for guys that want to run 91 octane, 93 octane, but you could also have different boost levels. So if you wanted a low power or a high power file, you could do that as well. Another feature that will be added to the pack is on and off Crackles. So instead of using Crackles in the sport mode like some other companies do, we'll have it activated with the ACC buttons so that it will be on in any mode that you want and off in any mode that you want. Meaning you could drive in sport mode with the Crackles off, or you could drive in comfort mode with the Crackles on if you wanted to. Okay, so another feature that's going to be released along with all this is going to be true flex fuel. That's right. So flex fuel will be compatible on the 7.5. You just need to put an ethanol sensor in your car and then you'll be able to run E0 to E85 and the tune will self-adjust and do all the work for you. So that's great. Now you might be wondering, how will I know how much ethanol I have in my car? You could install an ethanol gauge, but you don't need to. With our feature pack, you'll also be able to get your ethanol reading with the ACC button. It is a nice feature because you don't need to add gauges. You can use the factory instruments and the factory buttons to check those things, which is nice if you want to keep everything in your interior super stock and OEM looking. So let me show you how some of those features work. So for the ethanol content, we're going to use the RPM gauge to see how much ethanol we have. Super simple. With the vehicle in park, with your foot off the brake, you just press and hold the plus button on the ACC command. That's E20. Super simple. Using the minus button, we'll be able to turn on and off our Crackles. So again, with the vehicle in park, with your foot off the brake, you press and hold the minus button. The engine light will flash twice. That's your Crackles enabled. Press it again. Flashes once, Crackles disabled. Again, that allows it to work in any mode. So if you're in sport mode or comfort mode or normal, you can have your Crackles on or off. The reason we did it this way is so that you can still retain all the functions of this when you're actually driving. So the vehicle needs to be in park to initiate any of these features. Another feature that we've added to the feature pack is the multi-maps, which is available on the 18Ts, but it will be now available on the facelift Mark 7s very soon. To activate the different maps, you have to just put your foot on the brake. You can be in park or drive, it doesn't matter, but foot on the brake, press and hold the plus button, and that'll go up to the next map. So this went up to 4. Press minus button and hold, and it flips back to a previous map. Map 3, press again. Map 2, press again. Map 1. Super, super simple. So you can switch maps on the fly. You could be at a stoplight and cycle through these to whichever map you like. So the one real handy feature is not having to have a boost gauge in your car. You can just use the OEM performance monitor. It's been recalibrated to show actual boost. I think that's it, right? It was the boost gauge, which I touched on, flex fuel, pops and bangs on and off, and the ethanol content, and the multi-maps.